So, if you guys have been watching me for a long time, or if you just follow my Twitter /X, I'm not really somebody who trolls fighters, but apparently Chris Curtis took something I said the wrong way. I really don't understand this. One of the weirdest blockings I've ever seen. I've been blocked by some people over the years, Darren Till has me blocked. Oh, fuck. Like Darren Till. Darren Till meant to be, the scouse trash talker and all this stuff. He has me blocked. But Chris Curtis got me blocked as well. And I was very confused by this. And I ended up figuring it out what I think the reason why he blocked me is. But it's not confirmed, but I looked up Chris Curtis on my X account, to see who the times I'd mentioned Chris Curtis and what did I do to piss him off this time, or like this time, like I'm regularly pissing off Chris Curtis, like I don't even think we've interacted before. I put up a post when Lucas Tracy came back. And I said, Lucas Tracy had a Chris Curtis type retirement. Motherfucker is back already. And, obviously that's just a joke about, Chris Curtis he once retired twice in one night. Twice in one night, yeah. Generally, he retired twice in one night. He lost to Magomed Kirimov. He lost by decision. He took off his gloves and laid them in the center of the cage. It was the worst case scenario. He said there would be no $1 million and no UFC this time. I was really done as a fighter. Or not. After Curtis sat quietly backstage for a few minutes, allowing the emotions surrounding his retirement to sink in, he grabbed a plate of food. He would have a bite to eat before changing out of his fight shorts and going home. As he was about to dig into his chicken and waffles, Curtis saw PFL president Ray Sefo headed in his direction. Sefo told him... Sefo, I don't know why there's an R in there for the second time, it's Sefo. Sefo told him that Magomed Kirimov had fallen ill after his fight needed to be replaced in the semi-finals, which were scheduled to begin in a matter of minutes. Could Curtis fight? Of course he could. So he fights him, he loses, he then retires again, and then he comes out of retirement, obviously, because he did make the UFC and he fought in the UFC. So that was all the joke was. That was the joke. It was a passing comment. And Chris Curtis is somebody who searches his name up. This is something that needs to be mentioned about Chris Curtis. Reminds me when Chris Curtis got mad at Jack for figuring out he can't cut the cage. This guy got blocked by Chris Curtis for making a joke about Chris Curtis not being able to cut the cage. Like, every single person... It's just saying they're blocked by Chris Curtis. Somebody said Curtis is a softy liberal. He's very sensitive. I want to see Bros Broccoli's. He does it to everyone. It's just weird. You're a UFC fighter. Like, he let social media get to him so much. But, like, I generally wasn't, like, it wasn't even a hateful comment. It wasn't even, like, that bad. And then my second theory was maybe he found my YouTube video where I picked Roman Kopylov to beat him. Maybe that's why, because Roman Kopylov is younger and better than Chris Curtis, in my opinion. Like, maybe he's seen that video and seen my Twitter and my bio and then want to block me. I do highly think that's unlikely. I'm not suggesting he did that. I think he just looked up his name. He's seen something about Chris Curtis. Oh, Chris Curtis type retirement. And, he blocked me. But, like, it's just... I don't know. You're a UFC fighter. Like, why are you searching your name up in the first place? Like, who does that? Like, on Twitter as well, like, of course people are going to say bad shit about you. You block everybody and you argue with everybody. Like, him and Sean Strickland aren't even friends anymore because, I don't know, Sean Strickland said something. They've been friends for, like, I don't know, like 15 years or something crazy like that. Now they're not friends anymore. Like, are you serious? Like, it took one Sean Strickland comment to just completely end your friendship, where you cornered each other for multiple fights, you had a podcast together, you've trained together, you've known each other for years, but that was the nail in the coffin to Chris Curtis? Like, I don't know. Chris Curtis has sort of been like the reverse Jake Shields lately as well. I can't see his tweets, obviously, I can't go and show you them, but, it's just like, Jake Shields is very on the right of things. but sometimes a bit left on other issues. But like Chris Curtis has just been like, you know, Kamala defender and like an anti-Trump type tweeter. Like, you just put the fries in the bag, little bro. You're a UFC fighter. Nobody wants to hear politics from, like, especially an active UFC fighter. Like, you know, like nobody's going for political advice from a guy who fights in a cage. Like, it's just true. Like, that is just the truth of things. There's not a single person who went, oh, I'm going to vote for Trump because Colby Covington is a Trump supporter. Like, no, that just doesn't happen. Like, nobody's going to get convinced by UFC fighters. I don't think. It'd be highly unlikely. And at the very least, you'd have to be a very charismatic UFC fighter to actually get your point across. Like McGregor, if McGregor gave a president or something, like an endorsement, it's highly likely that could, give him a few hundred votes or something like that. You know, they're a big celebrity. I don't think it'd be enough to shake up an election or anything like that, unless it was like, like a third party candidate or something like that. But Chris Curtis, like, does he think he's gonna like shake the election? Like, he's gonna make a big difference in the electoral college or anything? Like, I don't know. I'm really just attacking Chris Curtis. I have no problem with Chris Curtis. I've been very respectful to Chris Curtis's career. I've picked him for most of his fights. I've been very respectful to him, so I don't understand why he's blocked me of all people. Like, I generally don't attack fighters. I'm very respectful, like, to a lot of these guys, but I don't know, Chris Curtis. A lot of people said it was because I'm white, but I don't think that's the case. Chris Curtis has a white stepson, like, who's raised for like his whole life, so I don't think he hates white people or anything crazy like that. I don't think he's that prime guy. If you know, that guy who was like going around bumping white people. He said, I don't respect white people. I don't think Chris Curtis is that, I don't think Chris Curtis is some hateful guy blocking people because of the color of their skin or the racial background or their ethnicity or anything like that. But I just think it's a bit sad, but that being said, it does give me time to make content. Because I was going to make a video on this because it's just I had to make a video on it. It's like, it's content right there. I'm blocked by Chris Curtis. Action Man 513 blocked you. Because somebody had sent a thing to a group chat I'm in, and I seen like Chris Curtis's name, but it said the person, what does it normally say? The user has limited who can see this post or whatever it is, something like that. And then I was thinking it was like Chris Curtis replying to someone. I was like, I'm blocked, aren't I? And then I go look at it and click on his name, and yep, I'm blocked. Really weird. It does blow my mind that this guy was best friends with Sean Strickland at one point, because these guys are complete polar opposites. it's the genuine odd couple, but it is what it is. He gave me some content to make. Chris Curtis, I know you look up your name, so I'm sure you look up videos on YouTube. Go unblock me. I don't see the problem we got with each other, I don't understand it. I mean, you don't have to fucking block me. It doesn't really matter in the whole grand scheme of things. It's just a little weird. If I want to go, like, see your fight announcements or anything like that, it would be nice. But at the same time, it's alright. Darren Till's got me blocked, and, he went on a losing streak after he blocked me. So, I'm just saying, it might be a curse that, you block me. You block your chances of winning. But anyway, I just wanted to make a little shit tier video real quick, give me something to talk about. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. And, oh, you've been blocked by Chris Curtis? That was my, the planes hit the Twin Towers type moment when I seen that. You see that in the thumbnail, but it's like, I was really taken aback by that. But it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, share the video. And like I say, Chris Curtis, if you see this video, let me know. Peace. Adios. Goodbye, guys.